May I borrow a moment of your time, my lord? It seems that His Majesty, your most esteemed father, has sent a messenger to our humble town. He has arrived, in fact. Please introduce yourself. Save you, young lord. I am pleased to finally make your acquaintance. My name is something. I was sent here by your father to deliver a most important message. To my precious son, gracious lord of YouTube. That's me. I'm delighted to see how far you've brought this modest land I entrusted you. This is why your estate has been chosen to welcome a most important guest currently traveling through our country, the Baron Yanis Puelek Joy, a noble from the other realm. He shall arrive shortly. Please ensure his envoy says among your people. Okay. He's also here to collect the tax you owe. Okay, that's not great. I hope this mission finds you well. I'm proud of you, and I trust we shall see each other again soon. Okay, there you have it. As per your father, which, and despite my stiffness, I shall accompany you going forward. So I guess we gain one more of these companions, or not? No, we did not. Okay, but we do have 2 companion quests. So let's see, Gustavo. The weather is lovely, wouldn't you say? Makes you want to just sit back. No, you should be walking. Go to work. Go to work. Before you accuse me of being lazy. But I mean that a nice cup of cider. So you want some cider, basically. Okay, I get you. This is one of the new things we just unlocked at the end of the last episode. Don't hesitate to check in the video description below if you want to see the previous episodes, right, of this new game, City Tales Medieval Era, releasing on the 22nd of May in early access. So yeah, and now we have another quest, Near Night, right? He wants a moment of a time. Do you have an ounce? Yeah, he wants basically bread, I think. That's what he wants. Yes. Okay, so yes, we're gonna need, to make some bread, to make some cider. We need to also deliver some gold, some wheat, and some iron to home. Okay, and later on we're gonna want to build the castle as always. Okay, so are we getting close actually to upgrading these houses? We're gonna need some bread and some clothes to upgrade them. We're also gonna need to upgrade the well into laundry. Good thing we actually have that, but this requires fiber. So a lot of new productions for us to do. Let's check this out. We have the apple orchard. Where is there some apple space? Here. Okay, we're gonna make a big one. 4. Okay, ooh, that is a lot of wooden beams. So I guess we're gonna need to wait a second for that one before we can build it. That's okay. What else do we have? We have access also to upgrades. Not so much upgrades, let me actually show you right away. So you may remember when I talked about these over here, the flax farm, the wheat farm, and the cattle farm, I said there was a number that was showing you how many fields we have. So for example, here the numbers were 3, but there is also one space that was left, and this is the space for this upgrade. So if we look over here, right, at the cattle farm, actually no, we don't have one for the cattle farm, but we have one for the wheat farm. We can build it. We will need some fibers, okay? And what about here? We also need some fibers for this one. Let's see. No, we can build this one. Great. So that is going to be a building that requires, as always, somebody to work in, right? But we don't have to build a completely new thing. So that's great there. Okay, let's give it a second. I will also just change here so that we can see when we have enough. And I think we have enough now, so let's go. This was somewhere over here, I think we said. Yep, perfect. Good, let's build it. And here, this is still being built. Ah, here's the worker that has arrived. Good job. Go for it. We're gonna need also soon to increase our gold reserves. They're pretty low right now. But first, yeah, let's get started on this. So who is... Nobody is good at this, right? Processing is a new type of task, and we have nobody good for it. Okay, so in this case... I will go with something that is not too important, like that. Okay. So yeah, this production over here is going to be, making some flax, but also transforming this flax directly into fiber. We do need to check that we're not using too much, because look at this. Yeah, actually we are. We are making 3 and we are using 5. So that is not great. 9 is not great. That means we're gonna need another one of these. Maybe on the other side, I guess. Oh, it is not fertile, so we can't put it here. Maybe on this side. Okay, that's pretty big, but yeah, sure thing, sure thing. The apple orchard is missing somebody, sure thing. So let's go, yeah, this one I think makes sense. He's already level 3, cool. And yeah, we're gonna be able also to expand this one into cider. Right away, actually, we have everything that needed for this, so good, let's do it. Let's do it. Everything else is still going up so far. No, the flag, so this is why we're building a new one. But everything else, yes. Food, yes. Okay, great. Great stuff. So here we need somebody. Akio. Yes. Okay. Then we're gonna need farmers to make over here clothes and to make bakeries. I think over here we have tons of space. We don't have the resources, okay? And speaking of resources, I think it is, as I said, time to probably expand a bit more my city over here. So let's see. Oh, that's really not a lot of things. Okay. I was hoping for a bit more of services, but they're very far, basically. Okay, it's fine. I think we just need, you know, to do a couple of update, like this. Like here, we can see we have access at least to one. We are ready also to upgrade, now that we have some of those fibers, the laundry into the next level. But let's do first these, with also some buildings, like the tailor shop. Oh no, it requires a market, okay. We really don't have a market access. Okay, so let's get started with a market here. Let's also get started with what else we're missing. So we are missing also the pharmacy. Over here, I know these guys were also missing the school, right? So we're gonna want a school over here for sure. Let's go. It is a big building. It costs a lot of money. Damn. I need to wait a bit of time for people to join so that we get money and hopefully also upgrade them soon. But we have at least... Oh, I didn't make market? Oh, because we made a level 2 market. So yes, let's upgrade some houses, get some more money right away, quickly as we can. Also before they create too many houses and we're not too sure what we're gonna destroy. It is, ladies and gents, a few minutes later, and you can see we have expanded our city a lot. On this side, all of this is level 3 houses, right? Oh, I missed a level? No, they're all level 3. And we did build a couple of new productions. We have, for example, over here the tailor shop that will take some of those fibers and foliage rope to make some clothes. We do need somebody to work there, so let's go. This is already pretty close to the final level. That is cool. That is cool. But we have also, let's go maybe with the trapper there. Yes. Okay. Then we have the bakery. Now the bakery is going to use flour and bread to make wood. The bread is to burn, right? So who's gonna go there? You need food specialization. So maybe Isle of Comics is a good one. Okay. And then for this flour, I built over here the windmill. So let's go. Who's gonna be good on windmill? You need to be processing. Actually, only Love Comic is good for that. But that feels like we should probably put somebody else in to just try to, you know, to get there. Okay. Certainly. So let's do this. I did also just build, where was it? Over here, another gathering cabin for the berries to keep up, because if we are looking over here, my berries, it says going up, but it is at 0. I think what's happening is that while we have 2 gathering cabin already, they are both out of resources, and so they get, you know, some berries from time to time, but not enough to really keep up with the production. So anyway, oh, that is very nice, level 4. Unfortunately, we can't use it because this is a new production. So we're gonna use Christoph. Certainly. We're gonna use Christoph. And yeah, I think we're gonna have to do the same maybe for a few others. As you can see, my foliage is going down, my fiber is going down. Over here we're fine. Even the wheat. So I need to build a couple of other productions. But before we do, oh, and there is one more. I didn't. Nobody's working. No, this is working on its own. But we're out of berries. That's the problem. Okay. So yes, before we move forward, you know, and I build a couple of new things, we have finished this mission. Give some cider to Gustavo. I've got your back and you've got mine. Sounds like a sweet deal. Yes, it is. Give me some gold. And speaking of gold, we have now gathered quite a bit of gold with all of those new houses. So we can do the tax for my dad, right? 100 of gold, 110 of wheat, 70 iron. So let's deliver this. There you have it, young lord. Your father will be pleased. Okay, our esteemed guest is coming, right? So we should do a grand display of our culture. Okay. Noble care leader for simple pleasure. What we need is a display of wealth and power. I think there is strength in our culture. I don't like this guy. I like my advisor. I knew I was right to trust in you, my lord. Once again, I'm honored to stand by your side. So be it. He's not happy, but I don't care. Oh, and we do get access to him now. Maybe as a companion, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see it. Yeah, we get access to him as a companion. So we have also a new quest. Thank you for putting your trust in me, my lord. You've made the right decision. As I said, our culture is our biggest asset, and what better should show up our culture than a banquet? Yes. So our companion, I Love Comics, will help us. Oh yes, I suppose you could say that. I used to work in a kitchen. We should start by training more people. Hosting a banquet is nothing like the usual evening. Okay. So let's see the menu. What is the mission? Have one autonomous eatery. Well, we've done that already, so that's fine. The kitchen staff is ready. They can work without I Love Comics. And Beard is going to help us, as a farmer, to give enough resources, basically, right? We need to have one autonomous windmill. We're not there yet. There is also the quest of this new guy. Your Highness, I wish to once again express how honored I am to be at your service. And remember this, right? Can I ask a small favor? When I left the capital, I made sure my dear wife and children were well provided for. Okay. I know live rather modestly, sure. So what does he need? He needs some gold. Yeah, let's give him the gold. So he's happy. Including our first upgraded townhouse. So from townhouse to level 4. Look at this, it's starting to pop up all across the city. I love this. And to get more of them, we probably will need also to upgrade more of my wells. And we have the resources, so let's do that. I have one well there, one well here. And I think there is one more on this side, yes. We've got upgraded, all of my wells. And with this, we will be able to upgrade many houses to level 4. I'm gonna do this. I'm going to also push some of my productions, right? Like we said, the wheat, for example, need to be pushed. Maybe even the bread and flour need to be pushed, the fibers. So there's quite a few things. And then we can start looking at our new productions. A few minutes later, and this is amazing progress again. As you can see, we have more and more of houses. Level 4, they are really high. We actually have 20 people in each houses now. So some of my districts are really big. There's still a couple over here that are level 3 just because it's costing a lot of these floors. It's taking a bit of time to get there. I have continued to expand, production. What I've also done is all of the buildings that, were empty, where the resources were empty, I have paused them. And as you can see now, all of these are refilling, right? It is not full for some of them, but they're definitely refilling. I did build obviously new buildings, right? To compensate, to make sure that we stay in the positive. As you can see over here, looking good, making great progress. But yeah, I've had to build a few more. And I guess what we will do is from time to time, we'll go into the city hall over here and we can pause the one that seem empty, restart the one that are not empty. Okay. Then we have, some new productions. In particular over here, we have the production to make clothes. That was an important one for sure. We also have the production over here to make mortar out of stone and sand. And last but not least, we have the production to make iron tool out of wood and iron. So with all of this, again, I was able to upgrade many of these houses, giving us a lot more population and a lot of money. And we are finishing some of those missions. So let's give some bread to Neon Knight. All right, thank you, young lord. I'll put this bread to good use, okay? You still want to know what I'm doing with all this bread? Yes. What? I want to feed the ducks by the river. There you have it. Happy? It's funny. Then another mission for the feast was to have one autonomous windmill. We actually have two, because we have one on this side and one on that side. I actually have a third farm here over here. There's no windmill there yet. That's perfect, Your Highness. With such workers, we don't have to worry about the flour for the foreseeable future. So this flour is due for bakery in town, right? But I've already built a bakery. Now we just need to deliver 30 of this flour. Great. I'm glad to serve under a new lord such as yourself. I'm glad. In any case, it's time to go back to work. Indeed, go back to work. We've unlocked now some new buildings. The pastry shop, the laser workshop, the tannery, and the clinic, which is the improvement of the pharmacy. Right? So we're gonna want to make all of these, and let's go. We have here level 3. So we have the tannery. I put it over here. We have the laser workshop. I put it on this side, right? Trying to basically spread them across. And all of these need, a lot of different requirements. So you definitely need to also make them in places that make sense. Oh, I need some of these leather ropes before we can build this final one, the pastry shop. And then here, this is the improvement, right? Oops, wrong button, my bad. So the improvement of the clinic also requires the leather rope. So let's make sure we start this right away. I don't have leather yet, but this is the one here, right? Yes. So let's start with the leather. We should get the craftsman. I don't actually have a craftsman level 4, so we would want one. This is definitely the one we should select, Steve, because he has already gotten this quarry to the max. This quarry is autonomous and producing 25% plus. So let's definitely take that craftsman over here into this building. And then for the leather workshop, we also need again a craftsman, which is a bit annoying because this one is not fully optimized. This one either. And we don't really have a lot of great craftsmen, actually. Maybe we try to get another one, Gustavo, to improve a bit this. Okay, let's continue to upgrade our houses. I know you may not want to do it all, because then if you replace this house by a production building, you will have to pay money and you will have to basically, you lost a bit of like the clothes, for example, that you used, but that's okay. I think it's okay. So yeah, we're gonna want the pies. Let's identify, where is it over here? We want this one. As soon as we got 10, we can start making pies. I see that my tools are low now, but really not by a lot, right? It's minus 0.07. I have 500, so I think we can give it some time. And this is because we're using tools over here, right? So again, I think we're gonna leave it like that for now. Let's continue to upgrade a couple of my houses. And yeah, I'll see you in a minute. It is, we're building the pastry shop and we have enough of this leather rope to also upgrade some of our pharmacy into clinics. So let's definitely do it. One here. I see another one on this side. Let's go for all of them. I mean, we have tons of money, we have resources. Yes, one more over here. Okay, good. So yeah, we need somebody to work, obviously, to start making some apple pies. We may need also to increase some of those productions. We'll have to see. So in terms of food, there is only Isle of Comic that is really good. And Gustavo is not too bad, but the only one I think that makes sense is Isle of Comic, because if you look over here, he is level 3, and he's working on a building that is already at the max. So that's fine. Let's focus on this. That will hopefully bring Isle of Comic to level 4, my first level 4 for food. Okay, so we can also check quickly how we're doing on bread. We're gonna make one, consume one, so that's fine. And what was the second thing we needed? Sorry, I already forgot. The apples. So my apples are actually going down by quite a lot. So let's build another apple chard. That's fine. We've only built one versus the other farms we have multiple. So that makes sense. I'm gonna build it pretty far where there is space, because those things you should try to make them as big as possible, because they're infinite, right? They're infinite resource, and you want just one person working on as many fields as possible. All right, let's go even for bigger than that. 5, yes. Okay. So it's gonna cost us a lot of resource to build it, but then it will produce tons, right? So that's the important thing over here. It is, look at all of those fields. This could also help us make more cider in the future, but we don't actually really need cider. Oh, I see that my bread does go down because we have somebody so good. I love comic is so good over here. There's the bonus production, right? So instead of making 1, we're making 1 point something per minute. All right, you can see it over here. We're making 1.15, and so we're consuming also 1.15 of bread. So if we want to increase that, we need to have a second bread maker, which I think is fine. This is all part of the game. Oh, I see these guys wants to upgrade. Give me a second. I'm thinking here. You're right in the middle. Okay. So you want to go to level? Oh no, you're only level 3. So that's fine. Let's do this. I thought I had done all of the level 4 on this, all of the level 3 on this side, but apparently I forgot 1. I mean 2 to be precise. Over here, all good. The gather over here, so this is what I mentioned before, right? We're gonna need to basically pause some of them and restart some old ones that should be full now. Now the annoying thing is it's hard sometimes to find them. As I said, you could use the city hall over here, but you only have 3 filters: the crop buildings, the processing buildings, and the farms. I would love actual filters on the precise resource, to be honest, but that's okay. And then yeah, my apple orchard has been built over here. Talking about 5 apples, so totally fine. Now let's see. Farming, you are good, but this building is not at the max level yet. So I think we're gonna keep you going, and instead we're gonna take Christoph, who may be not as strong, but is working on a building that is already at the max. Certainly. So that is better. And then we have our bakery here. I don't think we have a perfect person. We definitely cannot put I Love Comics because this is not autonomous yet. So I guess we're gonna have to put Gustavo. Okay. And then with this, you know, in a second, because this, if you hover it, you can already see that we're in positive, but the arrow will update when it's kind of does a recheck. Okay, this upgraded. And now we have finished delivering the apple pies. Great work, Your Majesty. To be honest, I hadn't expected you to give my request quite so much attention. No, you're important to me, I Love Comic. But it's not over yet. We need to work on our plat de resistance. We'll cook some Cormary, a dish made of pork and wine. I don't think I have either of those things, pork and wine. So here it is, a couple of new things upgraded. The pig farm, then you put it into the butchery. We have the inn to use this meat and this wine to make the plat de resistance. And we need to make the wine in a winery and wine press. So that's gonna be a new challenge. I'm thinking maybe we also expand the city a bit more too. Because we're getting pretty full on production buildings over here, right? So let's do an expansion here. Up. Actually, let's do it like this. And you don't have to make them too big either. Okay, and another one. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna need some services, right? Like if I look at all of this, they are missing many services. So we will build them. You can click also on it to see what is missing over here. What's missing over here is this one. Chapel, church. Okay, let's put a second one. Oh, we're low on beams. So you may want to also boost those production, right? Have even more of those production so that you can expand faster. Otherwise, you'll have to just wait a minute like I'm doing now and filling this gap with you all. Okay, it is. So we're gonna have the church and the theater. I'm going to upgrade that for sure. And then we can see here, what are we missing? So we're gonna need another church, of course. We're gonna need water and the market. So let's go. I mean, you can also start, you know, if you don't have the resources, you can start by level 1 and upgrade it later. But I have the resources. When I have the resources, I'd rather go directly for the higher level one. And then we said we're gonna want something new over here. This is the inn. Yes, it takes 10. Okay, give it a second. And I guess in the meantime, maybe we can build some of the new things. So we need to start with the pig farm. All right, where do we have some space? That's far away from the city. Let's go. Let's build one pig farm here, big as possible, right? Okay, 6, 7. Now let's get to 7, or even 8. No, 7 is good. So 7, it takes some of those mortar, linen rods, tiles, and a lot of money. Good thing we have some. But like I said, this is also why I'm doing this upgrade over here, because I know our money is not infinite, right? Soon it will run out. Okay. Let's upgrade all of these as quickly as possible to make some money. Good. Oops, wrong one. Like everybody has access to everything now, right? Look over here, they have 6. 6, yeah, they have access to everything. So that is the first farm. Then later on, we need also the vineyard. So here we have some space. Now avoid this. Let's not destroy it. These things are very rare, right? Ooh. Only 3, that's not a lot. 4 is a bit bigger, but that's still not huge. We'll get it to 5 at least. Come on, you can do it. And I know I'm missing actually wood, so we're gonna have to wait for this. I just want to see what will it take to get it to 5. What? Still not. That's crazy. So big. Ah, here it is. Okay. So it is possible. I just need to go all the way here when we have 25 of those beams. Because remember, we're making these, there's only 1 of those productions, so maybe we want to increase that. Let's start the pig farm in the meantime. We have, this is still not at the max. It's a bit disappointing. Let's take it for now. And then we have the inn. We don't really need to put anyone on it because right now it's not gonna produce anytime soon. Instead, what we may want to do is to start making some meat right away. Yeah, we have 10. It's gonna delay a bit the wine, but at least this will be starting, right? One other cabin over here that is doing the boar is finished. So we need to find another one for boar. That looks like this one, yes. Oh wait, this one is working. So we need another one here. Oh, this is not even tapped. Okay, so let's build it. This is level 2 trapper. Yes. Okay. Good, good, good. Let's take those things out. I just keep what can be upgraded and the production buildings. I think it's important to see which one is where. Okay, we can upgrade some of those houses as long as it's not using the beams that we want. I think that's another great move to get us back into high amount of money. A few minutes later and we've started to make some Cormary. We can actually deliver this. I just want to show you that I also added one more district on this side and this one also. I don't remember if this one was there, but we definitely added some on this side. We've also upgraded them, you know, to a high level. Like all of these are level 4, and I did put 2 new production. This is the wood production I was talking about before, right? That is pretty low compared to everything else. So let's see if we can get this guy here. I think is good. And then we have one more. This is the very basic type of wood. I'd love for this to get to the end before we start it. So maybe we leave it for now. And I will have anyway the reminder that we need to do it. So let's deliver for the feast. Fantastic work, my lord. And thank you, I Love Comic. You did a great job. Yes, yes. Thanks to our companion, I'm certain this banquet will be a resounding success. And now we do need to still build the castle. I guess maybe this is the last mission, so let's check it out. We have 100 cut stone, we have 40. Oh, wait. Some of our people have come to me with a wonderful idea. They spoke of all festivities from their hometown, okay? So let us not forget, my lord, our city is nothing without its people. Indeed, indeed. So we need to have 5 theater, I only have 4, okay? So we need to expand. But first I'm thinking, let's just build the castle. This is gonna be huge. Over here, on top of the mountain. Like it's, you know, it's a bit on top, like you can see the, I mean, it's hard to see, but basically it's going up over here, right? So I think putting it on top there looks good. And they say we should build another theater. Now we already have all of the services here, all of the services there, right? So let's not build just one theater because in case they want us also to do other things after, I'd rather, you know, continue to expand. For example, over here, and this is a great place to be. Oh, I didn't see there was a mountain there. Sorry, my bad. So I guess this is the maximum we're gonna be able to go there, but maybe we can put it like this, and then I just need that. Okay, yeah, it's gonna miss a couple of things, but it already has a few. Actually, it already has the theater. That's okay, we can still expand. So what do we need to expand? That's quite a lot actually that we need to expand because these ones are very far. But again, maybe we will need several of these things soon, so it's fine to build them. We have built the castle. Let's look at it actually. Here it is. Beautiful castle. Nice, nice. So what does it say? Castle, my liege. We built a castle with some stone walls and towers and rooms for everyone, and a yard, a ballroom, a kitchen. Okay, he's excited. We can see this. But yeah, this is a really great improvement. Now we are far from done, right? We still need to upgrade also to level 5, and we need to finish this quest. So I think we'll do that in the next episode. I see that this one is going slightly down, and this one is basically flat. So I'm gonna build also 2 of these. I think that would be good. We will also look at some of those other production, like I mentioned, and move forward. I hope you're still enjoying this one. Smash like button, and I hope to see you next time.